Hello and welcome to week 6 in biopsychology, where we're going to be looking at a lot of the sensations and balance, hearing, taste, smell, all this chapter 6. And it's kind of a lot for one chapter. Personally, I'd like to see this all broken out. And, for right now, sticking with this book, sticking with the way the chapters are, I'd rather there's lots of rich things in each one of these. But for now, we're going to take it all at the same time. So in the discussion, I'm actually asking you to pull up the bootstraps and expose yourself to something that you don't like. Could be food that you don't like. Could be music that you don't like. Maybe reading something that you can be kind of creative with this. But think about the sensory experience, particularly if we're listening to something or we're tasting something. Getting into maybe kind of thinking about, what Wilhelm Wundt used to do in his lab, where he would teach people, incredibly cool ways to be introspective about the actual experience, So I'm not a big mayonnaise fan. So if I took a big spoon of mayonnaise and put it in my mouth and just Make sure you don't make yourself sick or anything like that, and then just sort of examine the flavors and really go and see if I can deeply describe the sensation and what is it about that. And having actually done that, the texture was the thing that I was finding not so pleasant. Some of the flavor, it's not I like it in some things, but not in others, and so it was just and it was a somewhat unpleasant experience, but it really gave me the opportunity to see what that, to really think about what my sensations, to focus on what was happening inside of my mouth, inside of my nose, for those kind of things. Or listen to music you don't like, and what is it about the music? What's happening? What's the really getting into an analysis as to why I don't like it, or maybe you might start to like it. Who knows? And sharing that with people in the discussion. So we have that going on. The quiz actually asks you one question: describe the integration of taste and smell in order to produce flavors. So you're getting into some detail about that. Make sure you get into the biology. Make sure you get into the sensory neuron stuff. Get into that detail. This is not intro. This is bio. So get into that. I'm looking for some of the biology and science in there. And finally, we have 2 lab type assignments. One, using an online oscilloscope. There's some special instructions. You have to use a certain browser, Firefox, in order for this thing to work. And you're using that to capture parts of your name and the sounds as that oscilloscope records all of the different sounds and timbre and tonality coming out of your voice as you say your name, experimenting with some of the sounds that are built into that app, enabling you to see the waveform of the actual combination of all those sounds into a waveform that you can see right on the screen, and reflecting on that. And the next one looks at balance. Looks at how we integrate vestibular systems within our ears, muscle systems through the motor control, and vision systems, all coming together in order for us to create what we have as balance. So looking for some insight into those. When you're doing these labs, what I would like you to do is sort of just describe what you're doing like a lab report. So describe what you did, what are the results, and analysis. Go through that sort of, and the analysis, go a little deep. I have some questions for each one of these. What was that like? What was it, to answer those questions. Make sure you write those questions out. But this really is an opportunity, again, for that introspection. And I totally encourage you to get family members to do this as well. Anybody that you can bring in to do these experiments, to do these things, to do your homework with you is great, because it's really cool to talk about what you're learning with people around you, particularly your kids, who, it's just such a good example for you to bring to them. I'm excited about these things, and I want to share them with you. And kind of get you, if your kid doesn't like broccoli, tell me why. Tell me why, just a little bit what's going on. Tell me the taste, what's going on. Let's see if you can get them to do that. Might be hard. I understand that. So, we have kind of a number of 4 different graded things that are going on this week. It's a pretty big week. And I am acutely aware that I am, in this class, very behind in grading. And I will be making best effort to get those things graded this week and caught right up. Been catching up in other classes. I got the Colby thing going on, and just no excuse. You deserve 100% from me. I will get caught up on those and get that feedback out to you. The class has been going very well. Discussions are going very well. Keep that up. And so enjoy exploring our sensory systems, maybe a little discomfort, maybe some fun with your family with the balance one. That's always kind of fun to do. I do that one in class, and, people falling over all over the place. So that's pretty cool. And so enjoy the week, and I will see you in the discussion boards. Take care.